Hello, hello! I have two journals to show you today. They are quite eclectic. I haven't used any particular kits. I've used images from the old design shop, MrsCogs, NictheBookSmith, and there's another one. There is another one. Oh, Artie Mays, and some from Artie Mays. They started off being spring themed journals, but they became quite shabby, so I suppose there is some glimpses of spring in here, so I suppose we would say they're very British summertime, British springtime kind of themed. This one is A5. It's obviously slightly bigger with the cover. I'll show you the dangles and things as we go through. It's fairly chunky, lots of tags in these. This one is kind of, it's a kind of traveller's notebook cover with 3 inserts in. So I will show you this one first. It's fabric soft cover, seam binding closure. I've made a kind of collage on the front using some cheesecloth, MrsCogs, old design shop. These are beautiful. If you don't have a sewing machine, these particular tags come from Julie on Etsy, the old design shop, and they've got kind of stitching already on. It's been obviously a stitched image that's been scanned, and it's really good. So I'm just gonna see if you can see that. I've obviously stitched around it again, but there is stitching there, so it's quite shabby. I will show you the charms actually. We've got a bead, a bell on a garment pin. There's some pearls, some little purple beads. There is a rose charm, small beads, and a bee. So that's the charms. Okay, so Tim Holtz on the inside. There is a little envelope I made with a little collage. This is a NictheBookSmith image, and it says Daydream in the Garden, and there's a couple of little actually I think they're both mother of pearl buttons on there. I'll have to be reasonably quick if I can, because I need to leave for work fairly soon. Some Edith Holden paper, Tim Holtz little sewn pocket. This is a kind of little collage I've made with the protective paper that goes on in a photo album with an Artie Mays ticket, and this is an image from the old design shop again, but this one is the old design shop online. We've got a big pocket here, some fairies from MrsCogs, and another journaling card from Nick. Some trim, lots of room for writing. This is another little kind of collagey card I made using a MrsCogs image and a little fussy cut butterfly from Artie Mays' kit. So there's our little glimpse of spring. Here there is, oh, Chikuna. So we have Chikuna in here too. That's a little journaling card from Chikuna. This is a little pocket I made using Tim Holtz, and a little collaged journaling card in there. If you don't put it in straight, it's not easy to get back in. This is for extra journaling room. It's another little notebook with some pages in, and there is a pocket at the front and at the back of that one. This is an Artie Mays. It's the one that she designed to have this bit hanging, but I've used it to make a little collage journaling card. We have another beautiful image from the old design shop, and I've just done a little collage on this sewn pocket, and I've used what are they called? A little brad to hold these two together that came from NictheBookSmith. some music paper. This is some of the vintage typewriting practice. This is another old design shop ATC background. I've done some stamping on there. Another little collage card with some botanical book page and a little fussy cut. Sorry. This is another big book page pocket, and in here is another little collage with some sari silk, bits of a book. And I'd stuck this on the back before I'd done the sewing, but I actually really like that, so I did it on the next one too. I've sewn around that in the same way. So that pops in that pocket there. This is a BookSmith Nick image that I've just layered onto some cardstock with some cheesecloth. This is a little book page envelope with a vintage tea card and some cheesecloth. And oh, actually it opens up. I thought there was something in it. So that one opens. I started these a little while ago, so it's taken me a bit of time to finish them. Where was the paper clip? I think it was up there. Small music paper. Another little collage sewn pocket. We've got another journaling card from Chikuna. Another little collage one using the Artie Mays tags. Little bit of spring there. And this is a vintage book page, and I just thought these were so lovely. I've left a few in here whole. I think there's a couple in here. Big envelope in the centre, and inside there's a couple of journaling tags. Some more trim, some more of that typewriter paper. This is a little, I think this comes from Artie Mays. I've just shrunk it down and cut it out and turned it into a little kind of file folder with some journaling space in there. This is another little Artie Mays fairy image that I've done some stenciling and just popped that onto some cartridge paper, tea stained cartridge paper. Another big pocket, and we've got another Chikuna journaling card and another Nick card, and we've got another sheet of that vintage book, which I think is beautiful. I've used that quite a bit in these two journals. So, another little touch of spring, sewn pocket with a little fussy cut butterfly, and this is a little pocket journaling tag. I made this using the Artie Mays. This one is a nice big floating kind of pocket that Jibid does, and I've made a little collage using some of that book page, and there's some writing space on the back, and another one of those little ATC cards. I've just done some stamping. I just thought that went quite nicely in there because of the butterflies. Here we've got another one of the ATCs with some stamping, and on this side is an envelope that I've done that collaging in with that book page. I just fell in love with that book page, with those with the book pages from that vintage book. And we always look for pretty colour images, but the monogram, the monotone images look so nice. You can do so much with them. And here's another one, another journaling tag using that book page and some sari silk, and I've done that sewing again on this one. And here we have another large notebook with a little collage on the front and some of that Tim Holtz, and there's some pages, and then this one's got a little pocket at the back. It has got quite full, so I didn't fill the pockets in the little notebooks. So here some fussy cut doves on a sewn pocket, We have another gorgeous journaling card from MrsCogs that I've backed onto cartridge paper, and to Chikuna. And that's the back of that book. So I will show you this next. I mean, it is a traveller's notebook cover, but I've made it specifically for this journal, so it's not kind of made to, well, it's not really made to reuse. You obviously can. I've just used the ringlets. I've made it really shabby, lots of sewing around it, and I've frayed all the edges of the fabric. Another one of those beautiful images from Julie's shop, the old design shop. And what I'll do, this is quite heavy, so I will show you quickly. It's the same fabric as the other book and a similar collage on the front. So what I'm going to do is I will take out the main journal and just quickly show you these. There are 2 additional notebooks in here. Both got the collage on the front. This one is lined paper and this one is plain paper. So that is the kind of Traveller's Notebook Shabby cover, and this is the junk journal insert. So same collage on the front. Tim Holtz. I've left all the cottons, all the fraying. I really wanted these to kind of have that effect, so I haven't trimmed anything in these. It's more of that typewriter paper. It's very similar kind of stuff, obviously similar but different. One of those little Artie Mays file foldery tag book thingies. This obviously will fold out. There's some an ATC from Julie's shop and some Chikuna. Ooh. There we go. Paper clip 2 pages together. So we've got some Edith Holden, another same pocket with a fussy cut butterfly on there. The images are different, so the tags will be different in each journal. They're not the same. Another beautiful fairy one from MrsCogs, and a Chikuna. Lots of trim, little ladybird stamping, another little journaling tag using the book page, and there is a book page there. Little bee charm. And this one has the little envelope in an envelope that I made, and I made it for this journal, but I showed it in the tutorial. And I think this is a book page and this is an Artie Mays. She has a page of, in one of her kits, of butterflies, just loads of butterflies that you can cut out. So we have another one of these little collage tags and a NictheBookSmith. And there's a little garment pin with a bell, another little collage sewn tag, a beautiful MrsCogs fairy image, and that's onto cartridge paper, and another one of those gorgeous vintage images from the old design shop blog, that one. And again we have a Chikuna card here and an envelope, a coin envelope. I'm not going to take it out because obviously you know what a coin envelope looks like. Here we have another one of these large pockets that I made with a collage journaling. That's a fussy cut butterfly. I don't think that one, I think that's a book one, not from Artie Mays. Another one of these Chikuna cards and a gorgeous butterfly image that came from Artie Mays. And here we have BookSmith images and another little sewn pocket. I haven't collaged this one because I really like the image on there. Then we have another little journaling card which is collaged, and another stamped one. And this is the centre. here, another little pocket with chikuna and a book page for hedge mustard. A bead dangle. Another little stamped one and 2 more chikuna. They come from different sets. And here we have a Nick the Booksmith image, and this one is another little pocket tag that I've made from using Artie May's images, and I've also used one of the little don't say I wish, say I will. I love that phrase. That butterfly there. Another MrsCogs with an Artie May's butterfly and chikuna card. And that's the bee. And this one is a MrsCogs image, and I've used the Artie May's backgrounds from one of her kits, and inside is another MrsCogs fairy image. Get that back in there. And this is a big fold out page, book page. And here we have one of those big floating pockets with a journaling tag inside. Music paper, typewriter paper, another little collage tag and a Booksmith image, and there's a tiny little fussy cut flower down here. And there is a pocket at the back of the insert. So that is the Traveller's Notebook style junk journal. So I probably won't be posting this video until after work, and then I will probably get these on Etsy, but it might not be till later this evening. If you are interested in the meantime, obviously please contact me, and I will see you soon.